Hello people, where am I pointing the camera? Hello people of internet. Today is the something of February 2014 and this is a vlog. This is the park that I'm currently living next to. Big park full of stuff that people walk their dogs on. Ground, I believe people call it. And I've been getting into the habit of going for a morning jaunt amongst this dog walking space to get the blood going, to wake me up, to do stuff. And as you probably can tell by the angle of the shadows, it's approaching midday, so I slept in a bit. But I've decided to start vlogging again. Oh yeah, he's doing it again. But really I'm doing this to solidify my plans for the next couple of months / years, because I'm going to be doing something big. Now some of you already know I've got plans, grand plans of traveling the world. The original plans were that I was going to save as much money as possible and jet off sometime after July. But this morning I received a message telling me when my time was up, because at the moment I'm currently house sitting for a friend of mine who has two lovely large cats, and so I'm actually cat sitting, not house sitting. There's an alarm going off in the background. Anyway, so I didn't know exactly how long I was going to be staying at this place, but it's really cool. Good location, etc. here in Melbourne. And she says, okay, Grum, you're out of here. On the 8th of March, I have to leave. So the original plan was that I would be moving from this spot here in Brunswick, West Melbourne, and moving into a share house for a roughly 4 to 6 months and then leave Melbourne. But this morning I was thinking to myself, well, why am I just going to go to another rental, spend all this money on accommodation when I'm going to be jetting off to Southeast Asia to begin with, and my daily budget's going to be about $20 over there. So that's $20 for accommodation, transport, food, everything. Except for the flights over there, or boat, or I haven't actually decided how I'm going to get over there. But rent here, now it's not too bad actually, it's a lot cheaper in Melbourne than it is in Perth, but on a monthly basis I'm going to be paying say $700, $800, $900 a month on rent to live in a place with, you know, stability. And I was thinking, okay, you've got that, let's say $1,000 a month, and then you've got utilities on top of that and other stuff. You know, you get a house, you generally have to fill the house. It's just how humans are. Here I am trying to live on, where am I? 2 and a bit suitcases worth of stuff, and I've amassed a whole bunch of stuff I really didn't need here, but you know, I'm living in a place that I end up just buying stuff, you know, like linen, beds, bookcases, things like that. Things I don't really need. Go away, fly, Jesus. So yeah, so living, existing is expensive, and thought, well, because I'm going to be living $20 a day in Asia, you know, spending $1,000, let's say $1,500 is my monthly spend here for, you know, living costs. That's a lot of money in comparison. Like one day's worth of rent and whatnot here in Melbourne could equate to a week over in Asia. So what I'm doing, and I've made the decision as of a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to start my travels now. I'm not going to go to Asia straight away, God, but I'm going to properly start my whole nomadic lifestyle now in the form of reducing my life down to 1.5 backpacks and not staying in any spot for a long period of time. So that goes down to things like staying in backpacker accommodations, a bit of urban camping, couch surfing, etc. So jumped onto Airbnb this morning, went and booked a room, which actually happened to be like 30 meters that way, which is pretty cool. for like a quarter of the cost of how much standard accommodation is. So over the next 2-ish weeks, I'm gonna get rid of all my stuff and live out of a backpack. And then over the next couple of months while I'm in Melbourne, I'm gonna earn as much money as possible doing whatever I can. And then, if all things come to plan, which they will, July the 1st, I will say, nope, that's it, I'm done saving, I'm leaving here. I'll buy the first ticket that I can find out of this country, head up to Southeast Asia, hang around for like 12 months, and see how we go. The plans at the moment is Southeast Asia, as I said. I am gonna head over to Japan sometime during that 12-month period to meet up with Casey. She's doing a 12-month thing. By the way, if you haven't seen her latest video on the Wagoppen channel, do so. Links in the bottom bar. So yeah, 12 months, and then if I'm lucky, I might bugger off to Europe. I am thinking though, might sneak in a bit of America. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but you know, I'm gonna try this. There are people out there who are able to travel the world for less than $50 a day. I've got no commitment here. I've got no stuff over here, and you know, I have no problems living in backpackers or even in a tent. I'm gonna try my hardest to see if I can travel this world for $40 a day. Probably can't be done, but hey, Southeast Asia is nice and cheap. As I said, $20 a day. So yes, by filming this video, now I've committed to the world. The commitment that can't actually be backed by any sort of financial incentive, but I will allow you internet people to yell at me if I don't actually leave the country in July. Well, book a ticket, because, you know, I'm going to stay here until July, but I'm not actually going to be booking any tickets unless I find something really, really cheap until August, so wait and see. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm tired of these flies. Gosh, bloody Australia, eh? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, do all that blah stuff. I'm probably gonna have to just cut half of this vlog out. No, I'm just gonna post the vlog as it is. All, how many minutes? Oh crap, 7 minutes. You're not gonna watch this. If you are watching this, tell me by leaving a comment on the below. Just say Sasquatch. Type Sasquatch at the bottom, because I'm actually quite curious to see how many people actually bother watching until the end of my vlogs. Bloody flies. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Wish me luck. Bye.